Greetings, pinball fans. Welcome to another night of pinball here on the Alpha Bravo Free Play Arcade. We have a brand new machine. Well, I've had it a few weeks, but it's been a while since the last stream, so I've had a few games on it, but let's play some Batman 66. Batman 66, a couple-year-old game now. Still pretty new to me now. And we'll play a warm-up game, and then maybe we'll go over the rules a little bit. Hope everyone is doing alright. Alright, let's play some Catwoman to start here. Catwoman, the ramp-focused mode. And there she is. Hopefully I remember how to do this this stream thing. It's been such a long time. I think it's working. So, if you're not familiar with Batman 66, it's an interesting title from Stern. Typically, Stern has kind of three tiers to their games. They have their Pro, which is, confusingly, the Pro is the cheap one, intended for location play operators. I guess that's why they call it Pro. Then there's the Premium, which is the middle tier of game. The Premiums have some more gameplay features, typically some more mechanisms. The cost is higher for them to build and for you to buy, but it's not special other than the fact that it has all of the features of the game. And then at the very high end are the limited edition ones, which they make a certain quantity of, typically 500 or so or whatever. And that's all they make, and those are basically exactly like the Premium, except with extra visual bling. So gameplay is the same as the Premium, but there's extra bling. So there's basically two versions of the game, gameplay-wise, the Pro, and then the Premium/LE. The Premium/LE even share the same game code. If you go to the website, it's the same link to download. So there's two versions of the game, which, it's nice that they have a cheap one, but it means that unfortunately, some of the games are not exactly the same between the different tiers. This Batman 66 was one of their special releases celebrating their 30th anniversary, and as a result, there is no Pro. There are still three tiers of this game, but the bottom tier was Premium, and so this game has quite the crazy mechanisms in it, with primarily the turntable, which I'll talk about in a second. But basically, because there's no Pro, it means that all versions of the game have all the mechanisms, and hence the game code, there's not two different versions gameplay-wise. They all play the same, which is fantastic. How it used to be in the 90s, back in the the heyday with Williams, etc. And it's kind of refreshing to see a Stern where every Batman 66 has the same gameplay, regardless of whether you get the Premium or the extra fancy super bling editions. This is a Premium, of course. So yeah, a couple really fun mechanisms. There's the crane for one, which will the penguin quaint crane, which we'll see in a second if I can hit the phone. Alright, so here comes the crane, which has a captive ball on it, and it swings side to side. And so you want to light all of those purple circles by hitting the crane when it's in the position. And you'll see when I hit the crane, the wrecking ball, more purple shots will light up. If a glancing blow does not suffice, by the way. You have to hit it quite dead on. I got a few glancing blows there, but nothing good enough to actually register a hit. And I can drain. Pascal, hey, how's it going? Good to see you. Glad you made it. Stream's working. Got a bit hiss on the right channel. Barely noticeable, though. I wonder if... This might make it worse. Let's see. It's those headphone jacks from 1950. Not the best connector. I don't know if that made a difference, but I basically twisted all the headphone jacks a little bit. Yeah, so mechanisms, there's the crane, and then there's the turntable, the main mechanism at the top of the game. We're in penguin mode now, so though we'll focus on the crane. Jeez, it's going to be a long night if my aim is that off. Come on! Alrighty. Ah! I feel like I've hit the crane like 7 times already, and it hasn't registered once. Alright, now I'm going to get it. There you go. So you notice that a bunch of other purple arrows lit. So you boost the value of the hits by collecting purple arrows. So you can kind of alternate between crane hits and purple arrows. Unless you're having a game like me tonight, in which case it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, that was 78 million. Let's put it on the scoreboard before I forget. Alrighty. Wait, it's both channels, and I can't hear the hiss anymore. Low 5 for life. Yeah, it was probably those. Seriously, you look up the history of TRS jacks, the like head 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. I don't know what decade they're from, but it's like older than the 70s, like probably the 60s or the 50s, something like that. They're like ancient connectors. Hey Sarif, how's it going? You still never played a Batman 66. Well, now it may not be the easiest time to go out and find one in an arcade given the pandemic, but if you have a chance to play one, I highly recommend. It is fantastic. Great game. So, and we'll go through. There's 4 major villains. That was just playing Penguin in the prior game here. So Penguin is started by the purple shot at the just to the right of the crane. Joker, you can see the 5 Joker letters right under the little miniature television. You hit that a few times to start Joker. Catwoman is the 2 ramps. So there's the left ramp, there's the right ramp, and then that'll the phone will start ringing. Basically, when the phone starts ringing, your major villain is available to start at the phone. There's a bunch of TV episode minor villains as well, and those can run concurrently with the major villains. The TV modes are started by first hitting the 3 stand-up targets on the bottom right of the game, and then shooting the bat signal, which is the left orbit. But we'll get to that. Let's start with the major villains first. Alright, so Penguin again. I'll try to do better than last time. You'll notice an orange arrow if at the very start of a major villain, instead of going for the mode shots per se in their color, if you go for these orange shots, you have a chance at boosting your mode values to X. So now there's one more orange arrow on the left. Got it. So now you'll see on the screen Penguin scores 2X, which just increases the values now throughout this mode. So the major villain modes have multiple levels to them, and basically as you complete one level, you get access to a super jackpot at the scoop. And you'll see on the screen you'll be presented with a choice. You can either cash in that jackpot right away, or you can proceed to the next level of the mode, level 2. And you know, the more you progress the levels, the more the scores are worth a lot of points, and the jackpots become the super jackpot then becomes multiplied. So it's totally a risk-reward play. Do you cash in the super jackpot that you have accumulated thus far right away and take the safe route, the safe points, or do you go for broke and try to get that super jackpot multiplied even more and higher? So yeah, in level 2, you're both increasing the value of the jackpot per se, but also multiplying it. So it's worth a lot more. All right, so now yet again we've got Penguin. I'm not gonna drain. A la Metallica, crank it up. Yeah, there's definitely I think Lyman, who is the coder who developed the rule set for this game. He's the same one who developed Metallica, and so probably no coincidence there that there is a risk reward. Interestingly, in the Alpha Bravo garage right now, so this is a minor villain, but I'll finish my thought and then we'll talk about that. In the Alpha Bravo arcade right now are Medieval Madness, Metallica, and Batman 66. So I have room for 3 games here, and interestingly, Is it a coincidence? Is it not? I don't know. But all 3 of my machines now are Lyman Sheets machines. So you could say it's a coincidence, but I like to think that I gravitate toward these games because they're awesome, and Lyman's games software-wise are just awesome. So it's probably not a coincidence. 3 different era machines, of course, with Medieval Madness being the Williams era, Metallica being kind of the late DMD Stern era, and of course this being the very beginning of the color LCD screen era with Stern. We're doing a little better here in our mode. I'm not collecting too many purple arrows, but... So, one thing to note regarding the villain modes, the major villain modes do carry over ball to ball, so if you drain, you keep going where you left off. The minor villain modes do not. If you drain, that's the end of that mode, so keep that in mind. Alright, so one more umbrella, which is the purple circles there at the very most left shot, and then... So now I'm at the end of the first level. If I don't drain, well, you'll see I had a super jackpot. Oh, it's a ball 2. Okay, so ball 3 carries over, just like I was saying, the major villains do carry over. I have a super jackpot lit, which is the end of level 1. And so once I make that scoop shot, you'll see the option presented on the screen. Alrighty, so here's the choice. Do I just cash out and end it there, or do I keep going? Let's keep going. Let's play level 2. Just so I can try to show you how the scores are multiplied here. So the purple arrows will be worth more, but also then the super jackpot will be 2x. Assuming hey, I don't know if it's timed. I think it might be timed. Whoa, there's a ball trap there. We'll have to wait for the ball search to find it. The diverter fired right as the ball was going up there, so there it is. Game is smart enough to know that can happen, and so it just releases that diverter. Alright, there's Super Jackpot. So it is not 2x because I was too slow, the 2x expired, but I did at least increase the value of that Super Jackpot. It's now 12 instead of, I don't remember how much it was before, but... Alright, so there's the penguin collected. There are 4 major villains, and that's one of the things that I like about this game. There's, you beat after you beat the 4 major villains, there's a wizard mode. A lot of Stern's games... on that 3-ball game, for a player of my skill, it's basically impossible to get to any wizard mode. And this game, there's only 4, so it's totally achievable. I know there's other stuff to do as well in the game, but I can at least play a wizard mode. Feel like a wizard.
We're in a matter of grave urgency.
Alrighty. I am not up to date on the chat here. What's going on? I love the style of this game and how they use footage from the TV series, absolutely, and there's a lot of it. He's great at developing unique and fun rules. Would like to know what he's working on now. What is Lyman working on? He is... I guess Elvira is his latest game that's out. And is Elvira code finished, or are they still basically putting out code releases? I believe there was just an Elvira code update like just last week, so... He may very well be working concurrently on that with his next game, and who knows? He's been assigned to the expensive Kapow games, which this is one. This is one of them. So, is that what he's doing now? Yeah, I don't know. I, for one, am still waiting for Led Zeppelin, which is, I don't know. If the rumors are to be believed, it's a Steve Ritchie game, so probably Tim Sexton code. We'll see what that looks like. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy the games I have. I'm not too upset about waiting. only wizard mode I've ever activated was TZ. TZ standing for Twilight Zone, of course. The wizard mode being lost in the zone, which is just awesome. You get there by collecting all the door panels on the game. Man, so I've sold a lot of games over the last 6 months just to be able to get new ones. And the one I miss the most, I'm not gonna lie, the one I miss the most is Twilight Zone. I can't say that I regret selling it because I enjoy getting new machines just too much. And, you know, if I don't sell anything, I can't get new ones, so for lack of space. So I don't regret selling it, but man, Twilight Zone, if I ever have room for a large collection one day, for sure I would love a Twilight Zone again. And they're easy to find. There's a bunch of them out there, so I'm not too worried about finding another one day. Alrighty, so let's talk. Now I've beat 2 major villains, and so Extra Ball is lit at the left orbit.
If it hadn't been for us, the theft of that behemoth could have led to another international
which I will try to collect. I love the music in this game, by the way. It's so cool. Like, the theme, the 60s thing, didn't really do it for me in the beginning, but it's grown on me. Alright, so, actually, just hit Commissioner Gordon enough times there, you'll see some flashing X's. Key part of this game, the shot multipliers. We haven't talked about it yet, but I will next game probably. We'll talk about how to activate the shot multipliers. Still trying to get that extra ball. There you go. And a TV mode and a mystery. Everything on that one shot. Here's some comic book Batman in the extra ball sequence. Alrighty. Well, let's catch up on the chat, too. Elvira theme does nothing for me, way before my time. I've never heard of Elvira before I got into pinball. Yeah, and I don't know, the original 2 Elvira games are not that great in my book. I don't know why everyone raves about them. I love Led Zeppelin, but I'm not how the pin... couldn't finish reading that. Alright, let's read the chat here. Love Led Zeppelin, but I'm not how the pin will stand up to GNR. Will be unfortunate if mediocre band gets an amazing machine. Yeah, well, I think it's a little rough to call Guns N' Roses mediocre. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not exactly a fan either, but I don't know, I guess I wouldn't call them mediocre, it's being a little mean. But no question, Led Zeppelin, my favorite band, one of my favorite bands of all time, so I'm with you. I hope that Led Zeppelin Pinball lives up to the name of the band. Absolutely agree there, no question.
Shoot again.
They're better than mediocre, but not Led Zeppelin. Yes, we're on the same page. Agree. Alrighty, so let's start a major villain mode, and then we'll talk about the shot multipliers, a key element of this game. Oh my goodness, and easy to ignore. It's one of those things that pinball nerds can have fun doing, and casual players who are not really pinball nerds, they won't even know it's there, and what they don't know won't hurt them. Alright, so see those flashing X's? Those are shot multipliers. Shot multipliers are lit by hitting the Commissioner Gordon target. And now we're in a telephone sequence here. So, alright. So, now notice the red Commissioner Gordon target. It's right where the crane connects to the playfield. There's this red target that flashes. Every time you hit that target, you progress towards your shot multipliers being lit. The first one requires, I think, 2 hits. The second one requires 3 hits. The third one requires 4 hits, and it keeps getting, it keeps going up like that. So basically, the more you progress towards higher value multipliers, the more shots are required. And if you look at the insert, oh, it's 3 for the first one. This brilliant coding by Lyman. The insert flashes a sequence that tells you how many hits are needed until the next multiplier. So now that white X is flashing 3 times. You'll see blink, 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 blink. 3 means you need 3 more shots to get the next multiplier. After you've collected those 3, they will all light solid, and then the next shot you make on any one of those lanes will lock in that multiplier, the first one being 2x. So for the remainder of that ball, all shots on that lane will score 2x. And that is regardless of what kind of shot it is. If it's a mode shot that was worth 100,000, well, it's worth 200,000. If it's a super jackpot that was worth 50 million, it's worth twice that. So it's key to get these multipliers to get high scores in Batman. And what's even more than just the 2x is as you go, each time you get a new one, it's worth 1x more. And so you can actually, you know, if you do it right and save, quote unquote, for last, the super jackpot is the last multiplier that you lock in. In other words, you do every other lane first and then wait until the end to do super jackpot. You can lock in like 5x to your super jackpot and just get crazy high scores from the super jackpot shot. Those multipliers are only valid until the end of the ball, though, and so what that means is it's total risk reward. The longer you build that thing up and it starts to require a lot of hits, the more risk there is that you're just going to drain before you get any of these high scores. So it's totally up to you to pick, not too greedy. I think you want to get at least 2 or 3 X going. But from then on, it's like the more you try to pump up that value, the likely, you're going to drain sooner or later. So I'm going to try to point those out as I play here. All right, so now the other thing I want to talk about is the phone. When you start a major villain mode, the phone, it's like begging you to, and look, there's a hurry up on the screen, 1.1, 1.0. Every time I hit Commissioner Gordon, I'm going to increase the value of that hurry up. And so in the phone mode, it's kind of double duty, because at the same time you're increasing the value of that hurry up, you're also working on your multipliers. And so a whole kind of mini game, if you will, here is simply trying to score a huge bat phone value. All right, so I hit it once. That took me long enough. It's up to 3 million. There's another shot. It's up to 5 million. So I'm working on my multiplier and I'm working up that value. So there's the first X. All the X's are solid. Next shot here. All right, so now the right ramp is worth 2x. And what's my bat phone? It's up to 12 million. So I can just keep doing this. Try to get some more multipliers locked in, as well as go for a big bat phone value. And of course the bat phone, that active multiplier on that lane also increases its value. And so I don't have room for it on screen, but my current bat phone record is, I think, 270 million on one bat phone shot. And so that was like 60 million multiplied by I don't know how many to give 270. So the cool thing is, of course, if you do this at the beginning of a mode, by the time you're done, you've got all these multipliers kind of amplifying your scores after that. It is kind of risky, though, because the whole time I'm farting around here, there's no mode active. I'm not cashing in, and I'm not working on any of the progress for villains. All I'm doing is trying to increase that bat phone value, as well as get some multipliers. All right, so there's the second one. I have 2x already locked in, and now, and I drained. But I was one shot away from having a 3x multiplier. So that's how that works. Alrighty. So, and I totally did not jot down my score for that last game. That last game was definitely more than 78 million. I forgot to jot it down. If anyone caught it, let me know. I'll update the scoreboard. But yeah, so that's the multipliers. I try to do at least a little bit before each villain mode, but try not to go nuts, because otherwise that's all I'll do, and I'll drain before I score any points. All right, we'll start a TV mode here. Let's play the multiball one. And you'll notice the Commissioner Gordon target still flashing red. So even though I'm in this multiball, and you can work at any point. I was working on those multipliers during bat phone, but you don't have to do it only during bat phone. At any point during the game, you can be hitting Commissioner Gordon to work up that multiplier. So a lot of the times what I do is when I'm in multiball, you know, it's safe to drain. I will work on that target then. So now I've got one multiplier, the 2x, which is on the left ramp. Oh, and here's some more genius coding. Remember how I was saying the number of times that target flashes tells you how many more hits you need? It also tells you which lane is which multiplier, because they're all different. You know, they start at 2x and they increase by 1x each time. So if you have multiple locked, how do you know which one is which? Well, the insert flashes to tell you. So now if you look at the left ramp, it's flashing 2x, and the center rotisserie shot is flashing 3 times for 3x. So it's pretty cool. Alrighty. So I've got 2 multipliers now, 2x on the left ramp and 3x on the carousel. That's how that works. So now I'm in Riddler, I believe. I'll try to play multiball. We haven't even talked about multiball yet. Multiball in this game, you light multiball by hitting the bat analyzer, the bat computer, left and right of the carousel, and then the ball lock is the right orbit. And the ball locks in the carousel. It's super cool, and when you start multiball, the carousel rotates to release all the balls. Very, very cool mechanism. So one more ball for multiball here. And you'll see when I do get multiball, no, drain. Oh, that was ball 2. Okay. Once I get multiball, I'll work on multipliers some more. So now I drained, and my 2x and 3x are gone. Sad. Sad but true. Oh, we're at 150 million, though. Alright, so that's the end of Riddler. Super jackpot lit. Oh, and drained. Still 155. Let's put it on the board. Alrighty. So that's what have we not talked about? We talked about multiball, we talked about the major villains, we talked about Commissioner Gordon, the multiplier. The minor villain modes, I mean, I talked about it briefly, about how you start the minor villains, the TV episodes, by hitting the 3 TV targets on the right and then the left orbit, and you select your episode, and we talked how about those are modes that are only good for the remainder of the ball, and if you drain, you lose it. They're all different in terms of their goals, and also in terms of what they give you. You get a little special award for each of them. The minor villain modes are probably what I have explored the least in the game. So we will learn about those. I mean, I've only had this game for a couple weeks, and I've played it, you know, a handful of times, but not that much. So I'm still learning it. Alright, let's... Trying to get some Commissioner Gordon hits here. Beep.
I got it.
Why is the phone worth 12 million? I haven't hit it that many times. There you go. 13 million bat phone, not bad. And then drained immediately. So look for that orange, again, that orange arrow to start. There you go, there's one. And there's normally a sequence of 2 from what I've seen. Oh, just missed it, just missed it. The first one gives you quite a bit of time. The second one, as soon as you, tends to expire fairly quickly. All right, let's go for a multi-ball. Try to lock 3 balls in the right orbit. All Oh, just missed that shot. Oh, and that one didn't register. There you go. Oh, it's stuck on the spinner. I don't want to get a warning. Let's see what ball search does. Ball is on the spinner in the carousel. So the carousel goes around. Is it unstuck? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's good to let, it takes a little bit more patience because you have to wait. But if you don't wait and you start jangling the game, you're gonna get a warning. And so why waste a warning on something ball search will fix for you? Just takes a little bit more patience. All right, let's go to level 2 here. So all Riddler scores will be 20x for I think 15 or 20 seconds during level 2. If you can make it to the end of level 2 before that expires, well then you'll have a multiplied super jackpot. I haven't even made a single shot on level 2 yet. That's the left orbit. It's giving me trouble.
My utility, though.
Alright, let's go left. Left orbit! Oh! Or I could just use the bat signal. Or the gadget, rather. The bat gadget. Which is basically a smart missile, like many of Stern's games. It works on... you collect gadgets by spelling gadget in the left inserts on the left here, and once you have it, it's on the button on the lockdown bar, you push it, and it will award you one of the lit mode shots, is basically what it does. So if you're having trouble with the shot, like I was, you can always use that. So now I'm continuing in level 2 of this Riddler mode. So I've still got these green arrows, but my 2x values on reaching level 2 is long gone. So now this super jackpot will not be a 2x super jackpot. But so it's not 2x, but all of the shots that I made in level 2 count towards the super jackpot. So it is the value is higher. Everything's still good with the stream? Looks like it.
A villain brought to justice.
Alright, so let's play the Egghead. I like this mode. It's basically Switch Frenzy. And to get out of it, you have to use a gadget, which conveniently just collect it. So now I've also started the bat phone for a major villain concurrently with that minor villain mode. It may look like the minor villain mode is gone, but it's not. It's running concurrently, and you can actually switch between the two by holding down the lockdown bar button. And this mode in particular is a Switch Frenzy. It doesn't have any lit shots, so it can be easy to think that it's gone. Actually, where'd my Bat Gadget go? Oh, you can't use the Bat Gadget during the Bat Phone. That's probably why. Alright. So I don't know if you noticed, but during that I was working on Commissioner Gordon a bit at the same time, and I managed to get two shot multipliers locked in. So I've got the right ramp is multiplied 2x, so you'll see that flashing twice. And then if you look at the right orbit, it's flashing the x 3 times, so that is 3x. Alright, so and what some people tend to do, you would think, like, why didn't you put the multiplier on the super jackpot shot or on the the carousel for the bat phone? Though those are the the shots that pay off a lot. Wouldn't you want to put your multipliers there? Yes, except that if you put a 2x multiplier on the super jackpot shot, that's it. It's done. It's 2x. The most it can be is 2x for the rest of that ball. what you know, it's riskier. But if you're going to climb that shot multiplier ladder to 3, 4, 5x, ideally you would want the 5x to be on the valuable lane, the super jackpot shot, not the 2x. So you actually have to get everything but the super jackpot shot multiplied first to get it to climb up to 3, 4, 5x, and once you're there, then multiply that lane. Again, total risk reward. But yeah, I've got, and just like that, they're gone, right? So, man, I was just about to say, like, I probably wouldn't get that greedy in the next one I did. I would put it on the super jackpot shot, but I never got there. So a little bit, think of your strategy too, whether you're playing, for Grand Champ. Like, let's say you have the machine, it's all to yourself, you're not playing anyone else, you're trying to get the Grand Champion score on the machine. Then you would, like, absolutely do everything you can to try to get 5x on or more on the the super jackpot shot. And if you fail, well, who cares? It doesn't matter. You'll play another game. If you're playing multiplayer where every game counts, you absolutely can't afford to lose. Then I think you may want to be a little bit more conservative in your play and settle for a lower multiplied value on that shot, because you don't get a second chance, right? It's just the one game. It's all on that. So a little bit of different strategy depending on what you're playing for. Well, all right, what have we not played in a while? Maybe Joker? So Joker is made with the TV shots there. So one more to get to Joker to answer the phone. Alright, so now instead of answering the phone right away, I'm going to just try to get a couple hits in on Commissioner Gordon. Alright, there's one. And of course the ball goes wild into the slings, risking death every time you do that. There's another. Okay, so now my 2x is available for lock-in. Whew, jeez. This game is making me work. Alright, right ramp multiplied by 2. I'll get one more and then we'll call it quits. Oh, that's dangerous. Oh, and my bat phone timed out. Yeah, if you don't make that scoop shot, the hurry up times out and you're done. But have no fear, you don't lose progress on your multipliers. You just use your hurry up, what you were doing, working on hurry up. So now to just get the bat phone to, if it times out like that, you can just hit Joker one more time, and it'll start up the bat phone again. In the meantime, I'm trying to get a grazing shot there. All right, so I've got my 2x locked in, now lane selection available. I'm going to go ahead and hit the super jackpot shot to lock in 3x on the super jackpot, because I was too greedy before and I got nothing. So I'll try to get a 3x super jackpot at the end of this mode here. If I can do it on one ball, I need to get all the umbrellas. And the more purple arrows I collect, the more that super jackpot will be valuable. So trying to do a little bit of mixture of hitting the... Oh, and I drained out. Alrighty. So now my progress on the crane is carried over, but like I was saying, my multipliers have not. And so no more multipliers for me. One more crane shot left. And I'll collect some purple arrows before I get that. Still haven't played a multi-ball too, so we should do that. Oh, I made the shot, but too weak for it to register. Alright, there's one. Alright, there's... Oh! Wait, what? How did that... Oh, the diverter was closed. That's weird. Did I make the shot too fast? So what I'm confused about is the right lane. I've got lock 1, 2, 3, flashing green. The ball did not make it into the lock. I think I hit it maybe fast enough that the ball got up there before the diverter could open to let the ball in. Alright, one more umbrella on that crane shot. There you go. And then super is available.
I got it.
Let's try to make that super as valuable as I can. Well, there it goes. 11. Ah, that's not that great. I'm gonna go for a 2x one at least, if I can complete this fast enough. That should be a 2x one if I can get at that right now, without hesitation. Oh, and I drink. Not the best there, but alrighty. At least I got my my plan for my multipliers worked. I'll do the same thing again. We'll start a villain, and we'll try to get it 3x on the super jackpot shot. Let's play Catwoman. Poorly handled there. Alrighty. There's Bat Phone. It's Penguin again, because I just happened to hit the scoop. But I like Penguin. It's a fun mode, so happy to play that again. Oh, I got a lucky shot on Commissioner Gordon there. What I'm trying the most to do is hit that Commissioner Gordon target on the right side of the target and kind of graze it and then get the ball into the scoop. That keeps the ball safe. If you hit that target dead on, it's coming back at you with speed, so... Oof. Barely survived that one. Alright, how many? One more hit. One more hit for the 3x one. Bat Phone's up to 14 million. There you go. 3x, let's lock it in. Just need to get the scoop. There you go. Oh, I didn't make the shot. It fell in from behind, so it doesn't count.
I'll summon him.
All right. Well, I gave up and I locked in 3x. 3x on the carousel shot there. Which means I can simultaneously work on the Penguin mode and also continue working on Commissioner Gordon at the same time and try to lock in a 4x on the Super Jackpot shot.
Yes, Commissioner. We'll be right there.
Oh, drained. I was doing so well. Big bonus? Nope, not bonus. Not big bonus. Combos, by the way, are, speaking of bonus, they're worth quite a bit in this game during bonus. So combos are, you know, sequences of back-to-back shots. You want to try to get as many of those as you can. Which is not something that's going to occur naturally if you were doing the strategy of trying to get Commissioner Gordon. Alright, let's play our multi-ball minor villain.
Don't stop coming for no man. Not you, bad fella.
Ooh, close one there. And the scoop. So, alright, is it time to lock in? I think it's time to lock in. The X's are flashing. It's really, really easy when you're in modes to completely forget about Commissioner Gordon and those multipliers, but it's basically always there. I'm sure there's exceptions to the rule, but during all the major villain modes, you can be working on that. So now we've got 2x locked in on the carousel and 3x on the right orbit, looks like. Whoa, another close one there. Alright, ball 2 locked. Let's try to play a multi-ball.
Caught in a backloop once more.
Just need one more right orbit shot to play multi-ball for the first time tonight. No! Well, not this game. This game is not multi-ball heavy, that's for sure. Presumably because the multi-ball is on the very right orbit, which is not an easy shot. You'll almost never fall into multi-ball by chance like you do in some other games.
On another glorious day in Gotham City.
Alright, still try to do Catwoman here. I'm going to show my ignorance here, but when I bought this game, I did not know that Catwoman was one of the villains and not one of the heroes. You know, this theme did not appeal to me because I know nothing about Batman, and I've never seen a single episode of this show, you know, so it did not appeal to me from that perspective, but I appreciate it as a pinball machine. And now I know better. Because of this game, I know that Catwoman is a villain, not a hero. Let's get that bat phone before it expires.
How's summoning stuff?
Low value there, but that's okay. Alright, let's go for that second orange shot now on the left orbit. Try to bring the values to 2x.
Wow. Careful, Batman. Easy does
Oh, center drain off the left ramp. The left ramp is mostly not evil in this game, but yeah, every once in a while, if you don't make it all the way up the left ramp, it'll center drain. Alright, so we've got our multi-ball lit there. There's ball one. Multi-ball is just a really, really good time to mash on Commissioner Gordon in a safe manner. So if anything else, I just like to get it for that reason. Ball two. Let's see if we can finally play a multi-ball.
Once more.
Fantastic. Gadgets.
Oh, almost. All right, what else should I do? Maybe the crane?
Gadgets.
Alrighty, there it is, ball three. So now you see green shots for the multi-ball. And does the villain keep going? I think the villain keeps going too, so you'll see purple shots as well. So now let's get some Commissioner Gordon hits.
We're here on a matter of grave urgency.
Only additional chromium spearmen.
Unfortunately, the crane is kind of in the way. The crane's right in the way of that Commissioner Gordon target. I got unlucky there. Alright, it moved out. Now I've got a ball stuck behind the crane, which is a little bit of a free pass at my multi-ball here, because that is not going to move until ball surge. So if I just keep... Is this... What happens in a tournament here? Is this just like a gimme for the player? Basically, I am in multi-ball, but there's only one ball in play. The other one is stuck until no switch hits happen. In a tournament, do I have to stop? What do I do here? This is totally to my benefit. I'm definitely not stopping. It's my stream, my rules. So you'll see what I mean now that ball is drained. Ball search will have to kick in to free the ball that's trapped behind the crane. So and in the meantime, we look where we are here. We have one multiplier. We on 2x on the right orbit. So that'll be times 2. 20. No, it's not. Sorry, right orbit, not the. I got my lane wrong. It's the right orbit, not the super jackpot shot. That's times 2.
Bars where he belongs.
All right. Now that the phone is ringing, let's try to get a nice phone value. Oh, or I can just drain and die. Oh my goodness. The phone, the hurry up expired there. Having a bit of lie down. Catwoman's kind of an anti-hero. Probably why you're confused. She's kind of a gray area. Oh, I didn't realize. Well, in this game, they put her squarely a villain with the others. So this is that switch frenzy mode. which ideally you stack on top of a major villain, but I did not have a major villain going when I started this. Oh my goodness. That scared me. That scared me. Did I lock in 3x? Yes. So just as I hit Commissioner Gordon there, I almost died and I started the mode at the same time. Now I've got 3 X's on the carousel. By the way, all these multipliers kind of sound complicated. A, they're not really that complex, and B, you can just ignore them. Like, if you're playing with someone who's not a pinball nerd, just don't even bother. Don't even try to explain multipliers. It doesn't matter. Just people will have way more fun if they're not worried about multipliers, and they're just like, you know, fighting the villains and seeing the TV clips and stuff. Like, they're gonna have way more fun than if you nerd out on, oh, do this and do that, and you'll get a multiplier. They don't care. So just know your audience. I'm talking to you pinball nerds online now. And that's the beauty of the game. Both sets of people can enjoy it. Oh, that was poor. I keep saying it, and I keep falling into playing the Penguin because I'm going for Commissioner Gordon. But let's play Catwoman. All right, there's 1, 2 shots needed. Now the right ramp. You can make the right ramp off the right flipper. If the ball is moving, it's pretty hard. If the ball is not moving, it's not so hard. Alright, there's Catwoman, and maybe I'll just put 1. I shouldn't even try. Alright, I'm not even going to try to get a multiplier, because as soon as I do, I'm going to drain. I'm just going to do Catwoman with no multipliers. How about that? Surely then I'll be able to play the mode. Alright, let's get our ramps. There's the right.
Gadgets.
Oh! This game is not cooperating. Game is not cooperating with me.
Fantastic.
There you go. Okay, here it is. So now you'll see the red inserts that spell cat on both ramps are both flashing. And also there's an orange target at the scoop. I'll try to get that orange target first to increase the Catwoman values. Alrighty, so there's the first one. Second one's at the left orbit. You get a lot less time to do that one. You have to be quick. Got it. Alrighty. Batcave sequence complete. And then the car takes off. And my Batwoman... Catwoman, rather, not Batwoman. Values are 2x. And just remember, Commissioner Gordon still is there.
Another Batman and Robin will swallow the bait.
So to complete this mode requires 3 shots, 3 left ramp hits, 3 right ramp hits. Thank goodness progress carries over from ball to ball. It's the only way I can finish these modes. Alright, there's 2 on the right. I need 1 more. It's not going to register. That switch does not register when the ball barely creeps through. There it is. So should we play at level 2? Why not? Let's play level 2 Catwoman.
She's in that building.
Now all scores are 3x. Now I have to do them in order, I believe. Instead of them both ramps being lit, I have to make the shots in order. Sometimes, by the way, it's the gadget shots that are the mode shots. So if you see flashing yellow, those don't let that confuse you. They're not color changing, so it can't light them in the color that you would expect. But those are the mode shots. All right, so shot multipliers selection is active here. All right, so we've got 2x on the carousel. So now, while I'm in a minor villain, the major villain is still going. The music is the minor villain, and the TV is the TV sequences are the minor villain. But if you hold the lockdown bar button, both modes are active, and you can choose. You can well, the ball just drained there, so the mode will end. But if you hold the lockdown bar button, you can toggle between seeing one versus seeing the other. It doesn't change anything points-wise, but it allows you to control what you're seeing on the screen. Alright, so there's the super for level 2 of Catwoman.
Lock is lit.
Alright, there it is. What is it? 21? Should we do level 3? Let's go for level 3. Why not? All Catwoman scores 4x for 20 seconds or whatever. Let's see if I can do it fast enough to actually cash in a multiplied super. Oh, I got more time too. Yeah, see, more time. You could actually see the 37 seconds on the screen before. Oh, I should have taken that. Should have taken that jackpot. See, because now I've drained and it's gone. So still a good game though. We're at 281, and maybe that's Catwoman. Yep, Catwoman champ. Oh, for Bravo Pinball. Alrighty. And my score was... what was that? 281. Not bad. I mean, not great, but not bad. Alright, what time is it? It is past 9 p.m. here on the Pacific Coast, so we're going to play one last game for tonight, and that'll be it. The camera rig will remain on this game now that it's all set up. I was definitely lazy. It took me a while to get the camera over here, but now that it's here, and it's it's a matter of clicking the button to start up. So I will definitely be playing more Batman online for you over the coming days, and we'll try to get a big score. I would love to get a big bat phone score too, because that's just so much fun. Let's try to pump it up here. We got multiplier selection. Oh, 2x on the super jackpot shot. Not the greatest, but hey, it's not like I've been cashing in 5x supers all night, so 2x is better than 0x. Well, it's not 0x. If you have nothing, it's not 0x if you've got nothing, it's 1x. That's basic math.
A gadget for the Bat Belt.
0 additional multipliers. How about that? Alrighty, that's 3x. Let's put 3x somewhere, maybe on one of the ramps. Alright, I'm gonna go for a 4x. Now what's the bat phone at? Can't see the screen. 31! Whoa, okay, we've got a big bat phone score here. It'll be only multiplied by 2. It'll be multiplied by 3. Oh, and it's all gone. It's all gone. All that for nothing. I had at least 90 million on the bat phone there. Oh, but it's all gone. If you don't cash it in, it's by no means guaranteed. So I had 3x flashing on the bat phone, and the bat phone hurry up was 30 million. So 30 million multiplied by 3, that was one shot 90 million. That was just waiting for me. And that's why I say you can almost make a mini game out of just like ignore everything, just like highest bat phone score wins. Like you can play against your friends like this. Like it's great. It's super fun. I love it. And the game records it too. There's a separate high score just for the bat phone. So if you get the ultimate bat phone score, it will not go unrewarded. The game will recognize you for it. So it's fantastic. Well, I guess last ball of the night, I should probably not just drain trying to get a multiplier. Alright, I'll answer the phone.
I'll summon himself.
We'll play Penguin one last time. Still trying to get that orange shot. Jeez. There you go.
To the bathrooms.
Lock is lit. Wow.
Gadgets.
Careful, Batman. Easy done.
Woo! Close one. Close one. There's another purple shot. Play my multiball, which is one of the minor villain modes, a 2-ball multiball. So here you go. Hold the lockdown bar button, and the minor villain mode is still active, but it goes back to the major one, at least in terms of what's on the screen. And I care more that this minor villain mode is a multi-ball than anything else, so. Should have a decent jackpot for, Oh, and I drained out. Was that ball 3? Yes. 95 million. Could be worse. Not the worst game in the world, but that's it. All right, let's look at the chat real quick here. I think one of the strats for multiplayer would be using your first, maybe second ball multiplier shenanigans, or maybe use it only as a comeback mechanic if you're behind. Definitely add some interesting dimensions to the game. That is a fantastic point. You absolutely can use it depending on what else is going on with the other players. If you're way ahead, maybe you play a little bit more safe. If you're way behind and there's like no way you can catch this person, well, multiplier is a way, right? It's kind of an all or nothing, all in, poker type of deal where, it'll backfire on you if you don't get it. You will lose. But it makes it possible to if you do get it, to work your way back up and catch someone who was way ahead. So that's a really good point, Pascal. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. I'm going to say goodnight for now, and we'll see you again soon. We'll be playing some more Batman, so hope you can join. And in the meantime, stay safe, everyone, and play some pinball. All right. Good night, everyone.